Hello there. Happy Friday. Hope you've had a wonderful week. Heading into a long weekend. It's Labor Day weekend for Canada and the US. Like I said, hope you had a lovely week. Moira Hutchison here. I'm a mindset cultivator and a host on Well World TV. So if you haven't had a chance to hop over to YouTube to see the different hosts and offerings from Well World TV, I encourage you to go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I've been doing this for a couple of weeks, coming in here on a Friday afternoon, just kind of feeling into the energy. Like I said, I'm a mindset cultivator, and I really like to help people access what's not serving them. What is it that you need to let go of in order to align with your core self? This is the key to your success, is to actually really do the inner work, to get in touch with your heart calling, your life purpose, what you're here to do. So if you're here with me live, say hi. But just take a nice deep breath with me. If you're here live or if you're watching the recording. In a few moments, I'm going to draw a couple of cards. Yay, Andrea's here. Nice to see you here, my dear. So I've done every Monday I do a live reading to check into what's the energy, what are we looking at letting go of, with this idea that as we let go of things that no longer serve us, limitations, maybe habits and patterns, and this week's theme was letting go of disapproval of yourself. So how does that show up for you? Do you get upset with yourself, tell yourself off, give yourself a story about why you should be this or why you shouldn't be that or do that? Do you withhold unconditional love and acceptance of yourself because you're living up to, or you're not living up to, an expectation that you have had, that you're holding on to, that doesn't really work for you? Truth is, you, the core, beautiful, bright essence of you, deserves and is asking for your unconditional love and acceptance. And this is a really, really big, important key to your success. Because if you think about it, how can you be successful or recognize your success if you're criticizing yourself? Or if you're saying, I'm not as good as that person, or look at that person always gets the lucky breaks and makes all the money, and then here's poor me. So if there's any propensity for that, about shaming yourself or telling yourself off or comparing yourself to somebody else, maybe it's time to let that go and allow the truth of you to shine through. So that's kind of the whole theme of this past week. How does that feel to you? Do you still need to work on that a wee bit? We are all works in progress after all. So, like I said, I'm just feeling into that. How does that show up for you? Do you have an unconditionally loving, accepting, beautiful relationship with you? Or do you need to focus on what's beautiful and right here, right now? It's a choice, you know. So take another few deep breaths. And like I said, I'm using Doreen Virtue's angel cards here because I like to use these with this idea of letting go, accessing and letting go what's no longer part of who you're becoming, or the next best version of you, the up-leveled, most powerful version of you is calling your name and saying, come play with me up here, and not down in the stuck stories or the patterns that no longer serve you. So I'm going to pull, there's lots of cards here wanting to jump out, but we'll pull 3 cards here to help us ease into a beautiful, relaxing, nurturing, long weekend ahead. So let's see what's come up for us. That's funny. I think that this card comes up almost every time I do this on Well World TV's Facebook Lives. So the first question is answered prayer. Understand that every time you ask a question or you ask for help or you want some kind of insight or guidance, it's always answered. Everything you ask is immediately answered. Our job is to give that, like just acknowledge that, and then witness how does it show up. It may show up as an insight, an idea. Somebody calls you, somebody suggests something. Maybe you just feel drawn to trying something new, which brings us to the new love. Next card is new love. So the more you allow yourself the space to just breathe into, where's my answer? If I knew the answer, what would it be? And see what shows up. Right? Yes. Andrea says, yes, absolutely. It's like when instead of thinking, we got to fire that thinking stuff. The truth is, thoughts will never stop. You can't stop them. So many people come to me for meditation advice and they say, oh, I've tried meditation and I can't because I always thinking keeps distracting me. Well, you got to just change the volume of that, because thinking will never stop. But it isn't you. Thoughts happen of their own accord. You can step up. And this idea of tapping into your new love is really going to help you recognize the answer is always there, should you choose to open your eyes and see it. And the outcome, and this is the card that I was chuckling about, that this one I think has come up every single time that I do these Friday check-ins. So it's almost like the universe is saying, as we ease into the weekend, remember, you make sure that you get the sleep quotient that you need. You do your downtime, your relationship time, your inner reflection time. Take some time for you and dream. What is it? What's the potential? What's the possibility? And above all, love and appreciate and approve of yourself. All of you. When I say all of you, I mean everything, every fiber, piece, level, and energy level of you is what's part of you. And that's what this is. It's integrating all aspects of you and not labeling things as right or wrong, good or bad, better, not so good. You just are. And you are perfect and beautiful exactly as you are. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope it helps you ease into a beautiful weekend. And I look forward to checking in with you next week. Like I said to you, Well World TV, hop over to YouTube and be sure that you've subscribed to that channel and check out all the other different shows and interviews that are there for your pleasure and your mindset cultivation. Much love to you. Thanks for watching.